Hey, I think I finally pushed the right button. I've never been on the back end of doing a live before, so I really don't know what I'm doing, but it looks like I was successful. Now it's popped up with something else, so there's so many things that are popping up. This is my first live, okay? So let us see what's happening. Hmm, I guess it's running. So I cannot tell. It looks like it is. So, if there's anybody watching and they know how to tell me something, give me a thumbs up or something. Oh, I'll just hang out until something happens. Um, hmm. Well, I just did a presentation as a recorded video, so I wanted to follow up live. This is day one of Baby Steps to Drawing Success 5-day challenge. And I didn't do a whole lot of advertising because I'm pretty new and I don't think a lot of people know about me yet. So this is an experiment. So this is something to try out, something to put out there and see what we can do. And right now I'm in my studio. I have a screen up with a bit of a backdrop. So it's a real live place. It's not a green screen. And so you can just kind of vaguely see through to some of my shelving and stuff. So, but I created this Baby Steps to Drawing Success because I've heard hundreds and hundreds of times people saying that they wish they could draw, that they just know they can't draw. They can't draw a stick figure or a straight line. They have no talent. I've heard it all, and it's sad. Have this whole thing reframed and opened up to their belief system, and we could start making that more accessible to everybody, especially to children. I think a huge amount of it starts really early on in childhood. Um, you can't expect, I mean, that's why I call it baby steps. We don't expect babies to be born and walking the next day. And yet it's really interesting in a lot of endeavors when trying something new is, there's this expectation that um, we should be able to do stuff right away, especially with adults. I saw it a lot in art classes. I'm not teaching live right now, but I did for 10 years. And then, there's just this expectation to be able to, well, I should be able to do stuff. A lot of those should stuff. But if you've never taken the baby steps for anything, whether it's driving a car or hammering a nail or cooking a meal or drawing a picture, there's those baby steps. There's those first things, you know, boiling an egg. It's simple, it's easy. But if you haven't got a clue how to start, then it seems mysterious. So let's take drawing, and it's just the same as everything else. It isn't mysterious. It's a skill everyone can learn, and most everyone's already doing it. And so I talk about more of that tomorrow. But really, today was about understanding that drawing, the word draw just means to pull. And I wrote a big article about that. I put that as a post. You could go read that article. I put it in a newsletter today. So I'm going to be writing a lot more articles and creating more videos. I'm really getting started in the whole Facebook, YouTube, social media environment. Um, but it's time. It's time because I just, I've got this lifetime of artistic inhibitions and struggles and taking trainings and all kinds of things that I want to share. And now I can, and I want to. And this is just one little aspect of it, is helping people get over this hurdle of a belief system that they can't do something. Because those beliefs that maybe don't serve us anymore, it's any time is a good time to let go of beliefs that don't serve us anymore. The beliefs don't serve you anymore. So if there's people you know that say they can't draw, I'm going to be leaving these videos up on YouTube. I've decided I'm just going to do that as a public service. And I'll just keep putting it out there that if you want to go to that playlist, or if you know somebody who they express things like, gee, I wish I could draw. Well, they can. They really can. And so I'd like to make that sort of thing accessible to anybody who is curious about that. So today was the first baby step. Really, really simple. Here's some fresh envelopes. It's been a couple weeks since I made those recordings, but I wanted to just keep pursuing with it because it's worthwhile, and a challenge is a great way to do it. And so this whole thing of just pulling, I, and I mentioned that in the recorded video, is that when you go to some of the fine art museums, especially any of the museums that have modern art, and you look at mid 20th century art, there are some drawings, there are some paintings that are extremely, extremely simplistic. There's just, you know, lines. There's one in the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of the artist, but it's this mammoth image of paper, absolutely huge, something like 4 feet wide and 8 feet tall. And it really is just a lot of graphite scribbles that have been layered and layered and layered until it's just one giant sheet of these layers of scribbles with smudges and stuff like that. And so, that comes into the kind of the nomenclature of concept art. So it was a concept, and it's been in the Museum of Modern Art there for decades. And it is considered a drawing. And I'm sure that artist made thousands of dollars. Well, I know that the majority of people want to create drawings that look like something familiar. But there's also things like tangling, where it's just design. Zentangle became very, very popular. And I think it's wonderful because you can just take shapes and overlay shapes and make lines and spirals and all sorts of things within the shapes. So drawing doesn't have to look like an animal, a person, a tree, a landscape. Drawing can be an experience of design. Middle Eastern artists, they don't do representational art, they do geometric. Um, and that's part of their faith, is to do that sort of thing. And they have absolutely gorgeous work. So anyway, the idea is to use simple materials to get that experience. And let me see if we've got anything, if I can see anything. Ah, hi, Cindy. So I hope that more people are able to see the videos, and I'll be leaving this up. So we'll see what happens, see what kind of comments, and get in there. So pull your pen, pull your pencil, pull your marker, have some fun, and have this experience of drawing. And we will do this again tomorrow afternoon. And I hope to see you then. And we will show you more about how easy it is to actually draw. All right, bye for now. And now I gotta figure out how to turn it off. There it is.